Good evening, everyone. Pretty spicy market over the last week or so. I think that a big shock is coming, and I don't think it is going to be the shock that a lot of people are expecting. I suppose it wouldn't be a shock if it was. We're going to get into exactly what I mean by that in just a second. First of all, take a look at this piece of news. Increasingly unstable rhetoric out of the Middle East. Trump warns clock is ticking for Iran as peace progress stalls. The US president has warned Iran that the clock is ticking as talks to bring the war to an end have stalled. They better get moving fast, or there won't be anything left of them. Obviously, markets don't like that. The S&P down over the last 2 days, bucking a trend over the last few weeks of making new all-time highs every couple of days. Absolutely insane. We passed $7,500 on the S&P, currently sitting down at a price of only about $7,384. Bitcoin taking the hit much worse, right? We have been down in Bitcoin 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive days now. Brief up day on the 14th of May and another 3 consecutive down days since then. A lot of people disappointed, I think, that we didn't just rocket to the moon. The bear market wasn't just magically suddenly over after we broke 80k. And as a result, people putting capital and, once again, as they always do, as they love to do, getting leveraged short the market. And it's been a little bit over a week since I last made a market update video. And I am describing basically the opposite trend right now that I was describing in that last video, which is a massive disparity of short side liquidation risk in the market. I think we are setting up potentially here for a bear trap, at least in the short term. Look at this on the 1 day, you see the disparity, way more shorts in the market than longs. Look at this on the 30-day time horizon. Way more shorts in the market than there are longs. Nearly $10 billion worth, up at a price of $86,684. The market just loves seeing red candles, getting a little bit pessimistic short term, and jumping in leverage short. And what this means is, if we were to see even just a small turnaround in prices, we would start liquidating some of those short positions in the market, liquidating, emotionally capitulating, basically forcing them to buy onto the market. Suddenly supply is swept off the market in that scenario, and as a result, the forces of supply and demand mean that prices will come up much higher in that type of situation. What you will also see is the ever optimistic market jumping in leverage long in that situation, eventually creating the potential for the opposite effect. But short term, it equates to buying, essentially. I'm actually still in my leveraged Bitcoin long position, currently up about $330 on that. In from $65,500, it is now down to 0.03 BTC position size, but it is 20x leveraged in a long position, and basically got into that on this similar type of situation at a slightly structurally different place in the market. So that was getting long because we saw these consecutive down days back in March. We saw a lot of people getting leveraged short into that. We saw a lot of people getting very pessimistic and upset about a situation in the market, which didn't necessarily relate to Bitcoin prices, and basically bet on the market turning around into that and coming through once again to liquidate those short positions. That was the overarching thesis for that trade. And the last time I spoke about this, I mentioned looking for an exit to this trade up at these highs. But the thing is, we never really saw the type of scenario that I was actually looking for, which was essentially an overextension to the upside. We kind of just spent a little bit of time here, failed to break highs once, twice again, put in this little sort of downtrend across the tops, and then eventually began to just slide off as the market got disappointed, as we saw, unfortunately, increasing rhetoric like this. Peace progress stalling, obviously, was the manifestation. Then you get rhetoric like this. The clock is ticking. This kind of language, which obviously upsets the market because markets do not like uncertainty. Still in that position, right? Still up $330. We've taken a lot of profits off the table already. But now, honestly, the way I see this going, after so many consecutive down days, so much short side liquidation risk entering the market, right? Shorts basically entering the market. I am now actually looking for a way to add to this position. Once again, it's a small position size at this stage. It's done its job, essentially. We've taken a lot of profit off the table. We were taking profit all the way up, basically from the bounce down here towards the end of March. We've been taking profit on the way up. The market is different now, right? If we redraw the volume profile, and this basically depicts prices where the most amount of volume has been done, you can see we've essentially filled in a whole area higher since the low, that where there wasn't even price. It was basically price discovery since the low put in on the 6th of February. The market's changing. We're accepting these higher prices. But right now, a lot of shorts in the market. And the point is, at such a time as we do see a bounce, which potentially hard to, or definitely hard to predict where that would actually come in. But at such a point as we do see a bounce in the market, we will liquidate those shorts, or they'll be emotionally capitulated, whatever. They're going to start buying, and we're going to see a turnaround of that. Next point of interest to the downside is going to be this 75k level. That is the first place where I might consider adding to this long trade. Ultimately, though, all of that is something of a distraction from my ultimate goal, which is just to accumulate spot while prices are depressed, i.e. not up at all-time highs. But as always, that is purely my opinion, sharing it just for entertainment purposes. Do appreciate you having a look. Plenty more to come.